What's up, Toy Fam, and welcome to the Totally Cool channel. It's Throwback Thursday again, where we review toys and characters from the 80s. Now, these are not toys that we all had when we were young. These were characters we grew up with. These were characters that we enjoyed on the television that have modernly released toys. Okay? Last week we did this guy. And we promised you that we'll do another version the week after, which is today. So we're setting this guy aside. In fact, we're putting him down, but he'll come back in a bit. This one is Monstar. Just look at this guy and remember what he says when he turns into this monster. Monstar of Limbo. Give me the might, the muscle, the menace of Monstar. Ha! That's the best voice I can do. Sounds like Mumra from Outer Space, which he was meant to be. Okay. Size matters for this guy. What were you thinking? Do I even dare take him out of the box? Every one of these guys, except for Buzzsaw, gave me a heartbreak. Okay, we've got two more. We have Copper Kid and his racer, and we have Quicksilver. Now, you all know how that Quicksilver Ramen Toy review went. So last week we did the Monstar Ramen Toy, which was a fantastic delight to do. Now, I don't want to even try to see if this toy can outdo that, but we're going to have to do it anyway. We are wrapping up our SilverHawks series, and after that, we're going to go to G.I. Joe. Okay? So let's look at him from the box, from outside the box. Outside looking in, and what do we have? We've got a ton of stuff. We've got two different additional hands. We've got, I think, two different sets of blast effects. We have the figure Monstar in his full monstrosity. It says here, Monstar is the leader of the Limbo Mob. Monstar is the head of the Limbo Mob and functions as the local criminal kingpin. Has been around Limbo for over 300 years. Now, if you were that old, you'd probably be cranky too. He also has above normal strength, but when endowed within the light of Limbo's Moonstar, Monstar's body transforms and is entirely covered in or converted to robotic armor. His strength is now many times greater than his normal state. He has jets on his elbows that he can use to fly through space or fire red energy blasts. His most dangerous ability is the star-like blast that comes from what would normally be his eye patch. He has personal vendetta against Stargazer and all who are pretty much the same bio on the other Monstar figure. So that's the box. That's him inside the box. That's him on the back of the box. Come on, let's not take it. Let's take it to the next level. Open him up. That voice keeps ringing in my head. Monstar of Limbo. Probably one of the scariest transformations on television ever. If you were a 6 or 8 year old, that's going to give you heebie-jeebies when you go to sleep at night. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and voila. No, I was wrong. He doesn't have two sets of hands. He has 4. 4. That's 2 more than 2. Red box inside, nothing special, nothing fancy. And you've got the half clamshell at the back. I think his bat weapon, whatever, pet, I can't remember the name. I'll place it somewhere. Oops. Not so secured, are we? Set this aside. Focus on the back, clamshell. Ooh, why am I excited? I hope this is gonna change everything that I thought of the SilverHawks. Okay, there's that bat something. Let's take him out. Okay, it's made of rubbery plastic. Ooh, look. There we go. Nice. I like him already. Okay, see, when you do this, the lasers point forward. But when you do this, you can twist the laser at an angle so they would still shoot forward. Nice touch. Nice touch. This alone erases some of the negativity I have about SilverHawks Super 7. You've got the blast effects pretty solid, pretty heavy. Okay. Nice. I believe these should come out of his elbows. They're rocket stuff from his elbows. Okay. Put him back. Put him back, put him back, put him back. I'll show you what this is for later. And it's really amazing. Okay, let's get this. It's got tape on it. But it's a one-piece weapon. Okay, it's a one-piece weapon. It's like a blaster, sniper rifle. It's got the Monstar logo there. Okay. This is, I think, is better than the Ramen Toy because we were not able to pose him with the weapon. So, I'll show you what this is for later. And I'm pretty excited to show it to you. So, there we go. Raise him up. You raise him up. Okay. Imposing is a very strong word, but it's a very appropriate word to use for this guy. He's clearly, what, 9 inches tall, I think? Let's see. This is 4.5 inches. Yeah, he's about twice the size of the lost class. So he's about 9 inches tall, or maybe 8 at the very least. And chunky. This is a guy who never skimped on the protein. So let's not ding him. Let's take him out. Be careful because any scratch could be clearly visible on the armor. So you have to be very, very careful. Although scratches on the armor might not be a bad thing because he's going to look like battle damage. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me, but I think it's pretty cool if you scratch him up a bit, then do a couple of paint accents. Okay, we're almost there, we're almost there. We are almost there. Do this from behind. Be careful not to nick your fingers. Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Ooh, okay. Let's put the leg out. There we go. Grab him by the feet. Super 7, why do you do this to me? I had so much hope. I had so much hope. Okay. That was not supposed to happen. But it's probably because he was assembled improperly. Okay. Setting that fiasco aside, that boo-boo aside, just having him stand like this is awesome. Okay, take you back to blast effects. I mean, he is quite expensive, but I think he's worth it. Did I just say that about Super 7 figure? Did I just say that? Okay, let's do a articulation review first. So the head turns 360, but be careful when you do that, he's not locked in. So you have to pop him in, just do this. I think just make him look on the side. Doesn't have to look to the back. Okay? He's not a toy for a kid. Spiky, 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 spiky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spikes. It could poke your eye out. You know? So he's not a toy. He's not a toy for kids, at least. So you have the arm. It goes up almost 90 degrees. Pretty cool, pretty good. When he's down, there is no bicep twist. There is a bicep twist. There is a bicep twist. But for this one, I don't know. Kind of tough. Okay. Still tight. Still tight. Okay. You've got the midsection turn. You have the waist turn. But again, like all Super 7s we've reviewed in the past, you've got the belt being stuck. And the trunks stop you from moving any further. Okay, the legs, the hips can only go so far because of the armored quads. But I've been taking him through the motions, and he's pretty stable. He's kind of top heavy, but this adds more structure, and there's a better center of gravity. Although he probably did not skip leg day when he was working out. Now the knees go as far as that. It's not double jointed. It's just, one single joint. It's nice the way they concealed the pin. Okay, you see oil coming out of this. Probably they oiled it so it's not gonna click up. And then funny thing about these knees is that they turn like that. I don't know. Have you seen people with knees turning like that? Anyway, and then you have the ankles. Ankles roll, they move up, they move down, and then that's him. Okay. As far as posability is concerned, this guy is just fantastic. He is amazing. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, he has ouch. Yes, ouch. He can use his elbow rockets to fly away. That is the Monstar I remember. That is the Monstar I remember. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. What else? What else can we do with this guy? I don't want to remove the hands. Honestly, I don't want to remove the hands. But this guy, I think these are the blast effects for him. It's just tape. It's just tape. Okay. Woo! No. It's not for this guy. Okay? But, can you... Let me see. Let me see. Because he's got... Not much, but he works. It works. It works. Not the prettiest, but it works. Okay. Okay. So he says, use jets for the elbows. You can also shoot lasers from the elbows. Okay. Now, unbelievable. I like this guy. I might just keep him. Remove the head. And remember what I said in the bio? It said when his most lethal weapon is the blast that comes out of his eye patch. This one, this head that we just took off, has the eye visible on the patch. Okay? This one has an empty slot. Okay? And I think it works like this. Ta-da! Wait. Let's complete the look. Ah, that's the Monstar I remember. Super 7, I gotta give it to you. I like this one. So let's do a toy review. Let's put this back first. We don't want to lose such a very important parts. Now, okay, be careful when you put them back in the box. You make sure that everything's in place, because if you lose one or two accessories, it's gonna change the whole thing. Should I keep this particular head? They're pretty much the same, except for the blank eye, which turns into a blast effect slot. But it's very... Can you stand on the shoulder? Yeah, that's ugly. That's just not right. Stand over here. Wait. Stand over here. There we go. That's where you belong. His weapon is also pretty amazing, pretty impressive. It's just one piece of molded plastic rubber. Plastic rubber? Is it rubber? It's plastic? Whatever. It's pretty nice. Better than the other version. Okay? Okay, let's do a toy review. It's not a surprise when I say that if your Super 7 looks good while it's inside the box, it's what it's supposed to look like. And people have purchased this toy line because of that plain and simple thing. Pull out the sleeve, you pull off the sleeve, and you see the toy, and you're like, wow, this is going to look amazing. I'm going to have so much fun playing with it. Only to be surprised when you open him, or open them, and later on see a few lapses, or a few disappointments. Again, I am not, for the record, totally against the Super 7 SilverHawks. But I don't believe that I got all lemons, okay? Maybe the way it was packaged and the way it looked inside the box raised the bar for my expectation of how they will be in my hands. That when things did not meet that expectation, I was heartbroken, to say, just to put it mildly. But this one, Monstar, one of the most menacing figures in the cartoon universe, just takes the cake. Okay? Playability, he's up there. One of the few Super 7 SilverHawks that I can say is playable. He is playable. Just that blast effect alone. Top notch. The hands, the other blast effects, the jet blasts. All he needed was that squid that he rides into space, and he'd be a complete set. Price point, worth it. Totally worth it. He's more expensive. He's like the Mumra of the Thundercats, but he's absolutely worth it. I am not disappointed with what I spent on this guy. I'm not going to tell you what, but I'm not disappointed. He's still available out there, probably on eBay, and you wouldn't too. Desk appeal? Need I say more? Need I say more? I would love to have him stand in a glass cabinet with other villains. In fact, now that I could recall, the villains of the Super 7 SilverHawks were so much better than the SilverHawks themselves. They should have called it Super 7 the Mob. Okay? finally, we got a toy worth raving about. Now, I know we're gonna do a comparison. Let's just do a few quick points, and then we'll be done with the review. Okay. Let's limit the comparison to size and playability, and maybe even the paint job. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the figure, and let's look at, yikes, there we go, look at the bat, and maybe look at the weapon. Okay, simple. Accessories, this one takes the cake. You got two more pairs of hands and 2 other blast effects, actually 3. Okay, and this one is just amazing. This one doesn't have that. He has 2, they both have additional heads. Okay, they both have an additional head, but this one has a slot for the blast effect. This one does not. It's just a grimace, an open and a closed mouth. Okay, the weapon, this is about half the size of the weapon of the Super 7. And as far as size comparison is concerned, oh no, let's look at the bat. The bat, this looks, they look like they're, this is the parent, this is the kid. Okay, it's the parent, this is the kid. Stability wise, this guy folds forward, falls forward. This one's more stable. It got more articulation. Who has more articulation? This one flaps. This one swings. So kind of a fair comparison. This guy is more muscular. You've got more accent on the muscles. You've got more edgy. You've got an edgier armor, I would say. It's more defined, okay? Color-wise, no, sorry. Yikes, heavy. This looks like a Terminator on crack. The way he looks, it's like a T-1000 on crack. That's the Terminator. Probably the same mold. This one is definitively Monstar. Okay. Now let's do a comparison. Again, I'm very pleased with this guy. This one, articulation, accessories, heft, presence on the shelf. This one, color, armor, armor detail, the joints, more posability. This guy. Okay. Same weapons, accessories, same category. So, if you're a Super 7 collector, if you're a SilverHawks collector, which one should you have? I'm gonna go for this guy. If, and I'm saying a big if, SilverHawks came out with a metallic finish for the heroes, for the SilverHawks. If Super 7 would actually come out with a variant of Monstar looking like this, playability like this, quality like this, but looking like this, the color, the accent of the armor, the robotic feel to this, I think that's the sweet spot. Combining this look versus what this can do and the other accessories, that's the best. That's going to be the best figure that they'll come out with. So with that ends our toy review. That ends our comparison. We'll do another comparison with Quicksilver when we do him, I think, 2 episodes from now. Next episode would probably be Copper Kid. And then we're going to round out the whole series with Quicksilver, the leader of the SilverHawks, until we get our hands on Commander Stargazer and Molecular. I don't know when that's going to be, but even if we do or we don't, we're going to go into the G.I. Joe, then we'll just jump in with the other 2 characters. Okay. This has been a very, very fun review for me as far as the Super 7 line is concerned. And I hope it's a good takeoff when we jump into Thundercats in a few episodes. Okay, before we go, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to hit subscribe. smash that subscribe button. Just tell your buddies, tell your friends, subscribe to this channel. It's pretty, I'd like to think, a pretty cool channel. If you're just here for the good vibes, for the good reviews, for the toys that you want to see before you buy them, this is where you can go. You can also follow us on TikTok and on Facebook. Don't forget to hit the bell button here on YouTube to remind you of to notify you if you have new content coming out. I'm looking at you. That being said, it's been a pleasure going through the Super 7 SilverHawks toy line until we finish up the series. Don't forget, we have more episodes to come. Tuesdays is Transformers, Throwback Thursdays, and then Superhero, Supervillain Saturdays on Saturdays. Again, thank you for watching. Looking forward to seeing you on the next episode. Don't forget, toys are not just cool, they're totally cool. So happy collecting. Bye-bye.